Get up, mate. Oh, sure she's tight. Off you go. Come on then. Easy, man!
These are the Dinnie stones, and they have about as much Scottish heritage behind them as Highland Cows, Tablet, Iron Brew and Buckfast does. And I'm here today to try and get some wind beneath the stones and get them off the floor. So we are looking at 188 kilos, 144 kilos, totaling 332 kilos, which is about 750 something pounds. Equation in freedom units will be on the screen for you here. A lot of heritage behind these, real strongman feat of strength, whole load of story behind it from Donald Dinnie himself, who will make sure we get the full story that's on there on screen so you can pause the screen and read through it in your own time. Fascinating man, pretty decorated athletic career, so just getting these off the floor today does feel a little bit inadequate, I'm not going to lie. But we've got the pins with us, we've got some calibrated plates with us so we can start warming up. And we're going to see how we get on. But I think at this point it's probably wise to rewind to where this journey all began. I've been thinking about these for a long time, ever since I started deadlifting properly when I was about 16, 17. But as of probably February, I got myself a set of pins and this journey began. So let's go back about 6 weeks.
Okay, so this story really all began early February when I ordered myself a set of pins, and on the 11th I gave them my first crack. Please do excuse the long socks and joggers combination. I didn't think we were ever going to do anything with this footage, but here we are. So I put some calibrated plates that I borrowed from a friend on, knowing I was going to give this a go, on the bottom, and just started playing around with the stance really. Went with what felt logical to me, so just incrementally worked up, adding some black box front of the plates as we went, couple of stumbles as we went along it, and then on that day worked up to 237 kilos, took my hoodie off because things got serious. Changed my stance as I went as well, because I just started to feel like the stance I was in wasn't the best hinging mechanics for me. Worked up to 237 on the 11th of Feb and thought I was the big man, because that was quite a lot of weight, but not really realising exactly how to get this optimal in terms of positioning just yet. 14th of February went in on the Monday and kind of started my formal training from there. So I thought I'm going to work up to a heavy single now, I've got a bit more practice under my belt. Was in lift, forgot my Vivos, which meant I was in socks like a fool. And actually from this angle my stance looked really quite narrow and I could never really quite mimic it in the same way again. But at this point I knew exactly how I wanted the pins laid out in terms of, it was like 15 degrees front to back, sort of facing this way. Front foot would be immediately to the left of the front stone or pin, and right foot would be to the back right of the other stone, and I'd want them at that angle so I could sort of twist myself in and build that tension. So all a learning process really. Moving on to the 22nd of February, managed to work all the way up to the top weight, which was a real win for me, and it looked like this. Then actually I had a bit of a niggle in my thoracic spine as a result of some safety bar squatting after the Dinnies, and as things had been so awkward in that position, lifting that much weight through that line of movement, through that movement pattern and that positioning did put a lot of stress on my upper back. So I had a few weeks where I was a bit worried about actually putting too much load through it. So 9th of March just did 3 singles at 257, which felt solid, but on the way down just got a little bit of twinge in my upper back. So approach with caution for the next few weeks. Then moving on to the 23rd of March, I actually worked up to the top weight for a triple. So I had 2 weeks off Dinnie pulling and then just went in all guns blazing on this one. I kind of had a bit of an accidental deload as a result of the reduction in lower body volume from the upper back niggle that I'd had. Again, these are awkwardly positioned. Whilst I recommend it was a lot of fun, working through them in this way was actually very demanding on my upper spine. So my back is very pleased that this process at the end of this video is about to be over. So moving on to the 4th of April, I actually went above the top weight and had 200 kilos in one hand, which is still something I think about as pretty mental, to be honest. And I did, unfortunately, go unconscious a little bit. And what's really quite funny here is you can see me fighting, just thinking. I remember that my thoughts at the time as I started to black out as I put the weights down was just hold on, and then I was like, oh, undo my belt, oh, I'm back a little bit. Whew. So To say that the Dinnie stones are dangerous, I think would be a little bit too dramatic. But this is YouTube, so the Dinnie stones are terrifying and dramatic. Approach with caution. Don't try this at home, kids, unless you actually would like to try this at home, in which case this has probably been quite a valuable little section for you. So in overall terms, training-wise, I wanted to approach it in terms of developing the skill, understanding the movement pattern, and incrementally building weight to the top weight for confidence, then manage that for reps, and then manage to apply that to actually sort of above maximal weight in terms of stones. And throughout this whole period of time, we'd read online and been told anything over 300 kilos on the pins means the stones should go up on the day. So from my point of view in terms of confidence, having had it for a triple and having gone above the weight did fill me with confidence, but nonetheless, that was the Dinnie stones training process. Assistance work looked pretty similar to normal deadlift assistance work, deprioritized squat a little bit, and also had to deal with that upper back niggle. But there we are. Let's get back to Potarch.
In 1860, Donald Dinnie cemented his place in local and international history at Potarch by carrying 2 stones with a combined weight of 775 pounds across the width of Potarch Bridge and back again, approximately 4.6 metres. The stones had been fitted with iron rings and used to support scaffolding in the 1830s, when repair work had to be carried out on the Thomas Telford designed bridge. In 1963, the media interest in the Dinnie stones was renewed when David Prowse, MBE, the British heavyweight weightlifting champion, lifted both stones simultaneously with the aid of hand straps. Dave Prowse went on to become an actor and played the infamous Darth Vader in the film Star Wars. Since the stones were rediscovered by Mr. David Webster OBE in 1951, there have been many attempts to emulate Donald Dinnie's achievement. The Dinnie stones are kept outside the cafe at Potarch, but each year they are moved to the green at Aboyne for the Highland Games. It has always been important to Billogie Estate that the stones should be viewed and admired by all who have an interest in them, and we are deeply respectful of their cultural heritage.
So as this is about the most Scottish thing you can do with the word strength entailed within its description, it's only right that I dress for the occasion. So I'm going to take this layer off in this balmy 14 degrees heat and dress in true Scottish fashion. Yes! I'm in a kilt, for those of you that might not be aware. And I'm going to do one of my penultimate warm-up sets, I reckon. Oh god, all this kilt material is making me between belt loops, and I can almost brace into it a little bit, so... This is 207 kilos, so starting to get up towards heavy-ish weight for this. Ooh, a breeze in my balls. So lifting the Dinnie stones is about 75% strength and 25% not shitting out your spine. So I'm just going to give this as effective a last movement as I can, as I start to really make it seem as if it's the top weight. Everyone else does that. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
So here we are in Potarch. I've come up with Fergus from a coaching perspective, but this has been a long time kind of wish of mine to come here. I've not trained for this. I've not really trained specifically for it. I've had a couple of goes kind of for the sake of camaraderie. But it's very exciting actually. It's very exciting to be here. But these stones mean a huge amount to anybody kind of invested in that kind of Scottishness, which as we know I am, and to see them, even to see the stones in person is pretty thrilling, which seems strange, but it's excellent. So I've had a bit of a play with Brett's warm-up stones. I'm not sure if these have names, I doubt it very much, and we're excited to see Fergus, who's gone on in about 5 or so minutes. For me, getting here, it's exciting enough just to see them and kind of get a feel for what's coming next, and maybe I'll come back one day and kind of hike them up before I'm 900 years old.
Last warm-up set, and I am up first purely because I volunteered, as I want to get over and done with so that my spine starts being back on side with me. So 307, final warm-up set. Belt clip to signify that it's time to go. That'll do. 332 kilos, 733 pounds. Wind beneath the stones is the aim. That's right, isn't it? Yep, cool.
Good for it, eh?
Keep it there, come on. Well done, Paul. Well done.
Yeah.
I don't feel well done. Good luck.
Well done.
Horrendous. Thank you, thank you. That front one's an absolute bastard.
No, but I
Is it?
sort of be okay with the one.
3 seconds.
I'm lefty as well, so I'll do it this way round.
Oh, yes, what a feeling that is. It's been playing in my head for so long, man. Happy to have got that done.
In terms of
Like off the floor, I don't know, it felt higher up, but like it felt like I was being pulled apart.
yeah, so more of a lat spread on it as well.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Oh, good crack.
Done.
Good crack.
Well done.
Plot twist.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Johnny Payne Show.
Keep going. Easy.
Yes!
Easy, man. Brilliant, man.
Pretty cool.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, 400 years old in that.
Yes.
Yes,
Well
that's
done,
good,
sir.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jim. Well done.
Well done.
It's on you now, mate. It is. I think I had them up radar for. I'm emotional. That's been on my radar for 20 years. Got to be close to 20 years. The reason I'm emotional is because I'm so many injuries and so many kind of moments where I've thought about training for it, thought about pulling it, and the knee's gone. Not because of this, but the injury in the leg and this injury, that injury, and then things in life got in the way, and it became something I thought maybe I could have done it, you know. So to get here, have a crack, I'm emotional. That's big. That's big.
Some buzz. Very, very happy for that man over there. That's been on his radar for about 20 years, and funnily enough, we were very confident as of last week that he was going to get them based on the pins in the gym. And then over the weekend, he was pulling Ivy out of the floor and he's pinged his lat. So he went in today with no confidence at all, but driven by a belly full of tablet and iron brew. He was genuinely drinking an iron brew on the way in, and I thought, why are you having a carbonated beverage before you need to brace, you moron? He agreed and he's managed it anyway, so who looks like a fool? I do. We are standing by the Dinnie stones as we have done the Dinnie stones.
Nice,
Thank you very much, here all week. And this handshake is actually very genuine, as we have both come away buzzing with that. That's been in his head for 20 years, as he is significantly older than I am. You might not pick up on, but...
Almost as old as the Dinnie stones themselves. Dinnie stones, let's call them the Dinnie stones.
Yeah, so the joke.
This is
Don't ruin
another
my
ring of
joke
Star
for
Wars.
me. Anyway, 184 and number 186. So
186, yeah.
a pretty exclusive club, if you don't mind me saying. Very, very, very pleased. I don't know, it was I was confident I had it in me, but it was just a strange travel up. Do you get the weight or don't you? It's not like a powerlifting competition where you can put more weight on the bar, scale it back, go on attempts. The weights go up or they do not. And on that note, Guy Ollie had come all the way up from Southampton. First 2 attempts, he had the heavier one at the back, and you could see position wise it was just a bit awkward. He'd only done Jefferson deadlifts in training, and on the second attempt you could see he just got in his head a little bit about how he was going to approach it. Took a second, spoke with Brett. Now he wasn't in the right headspace, but it was then just a case of, had a bit of a chat with Brett, who's the curator of the stones, looks after it for the Belogi estate here, and changed his position, put the heavier one at the front, and up it came. So everybody was buzzing. I enjoyed watching his stones come up more than I enjoyed it for myself. So real good group of guys today.
Epic.
It was mega, wasn't it?
Yeah, really, really cool.
So that's it. We've come up. We're about to head back down. We've lifted the Dinnie stones. It's been a Very jacked and handsome journey, might I say.
It has indeed.
But all jokes aside, summarise how that feels, because I am buzzing.
For me, for both of us, it's been the journey's been amazing. The journey for me to get here and lift these has been huge. I didn't think I was going to lift them today. I knew I was going to try, but I didn't think they were going to come up. So to come up is the end of a long period of wondering whether I could ever lift these things. To do it with Fergus and see his lift come up so well, it has been amazing for me. And like you say, watching Ollie, watching all the lads that were here, and how well we were looked after.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Tips from the very start, tips on how to warm up, tips on how to complete it, and everything was super excited. So what a great day.
Yeah, real buzz, real buzz. So that is the video. That is the Dinnie Stones, or the Dunny Stones, as we have done the Dinnie Stones. I've ruined my own joke by making it twice. God damn it, but I'm going to be a great dad. That's what we're going to take from this, I think. If you're wondering, Fergus, wow, what a magnificently sexy t-shirt. Where can I get one? You can get one from Gymshark's website via the link in the description. Oh my god, the shoes that you wore for the Dinnie Stones. Please tell me what they are, as they're obviously the secret. They are from Vivo Barefoot. Use the code Fergus10 for 10% off. And there is a whole load of other links in the description for you to engage with as well, as without all those lovely people, we would not have the freedom to travel up to lift some stones on a Tuesday afternoon and evening. Sun is coming down, we've got a beautiful drive home, we're going to get a bit of a sunset, and you can probably tell, I'm buzzing. I'm very pleased with that. A lot of heritage, a lot of storytelling. If you do want all the information, do go back in the video and make sure to pause at the heritage on this block behind me. That is the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.